Today is May 11th, and I'm in an area where I can pick some fiddleheads. And I wanted to touch on how to distinguish fiddleheads from another fern. And first of all, see that crown right there? That's probably 3.5 inches, and this means this is an older fern. And you want to look at this right here, and that is a pretty deep V right there. And if you put it up on end, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me cut it. I don't know, but you can see the V anyways if you look. And it's a deep V or a U-shaped channel. And if you look at the frond, first of all, the head is, the mound is quite big, but it can be closer to the ground depending on the age of the plant. And the fronds will splay out this way, and they are a smooth frond, and inside the mound is the fiddlehead. And if you pull it backwards, and this is a little not quite ready, but it's at the paper covering there, and if you unfold the stem a little bit, you can see that it's, here we go, you can see that it's V-shaped, quite deep. And about 1.5 feet away is another fiddlehead, and you can see by the deep V, smoothness, and the fiddlehead's covered in paper. And you can see, if you break it apart, you want to pull it outward, and you can see the channel. Okay, but that is growing right next to another fiddlehead, but it's growing right next to something that is not a fiddlehead. And you can see that if you pull away the debris, it is not growing in a tall mound like this. It's coming from the ground. It has a little bit of a raise here, but not much. But you can see the difference between this, that's a fiddlehead, and that's a fern. You can see the difference. This has little scaly things on it. It's nice and loose here. If you tip it up on edge, see, it does not have that V. So you want to discard that. You want to make sure that you have the fiddlehead itself. And don't eat the fiddlehead raw. Don't do that. Fiddleheads would be about, I'm picking that a little young, but only because I'm in the area where I can pick today, and I don't want to miss out on a few fiddleheads. But this right here is not a fiddlehead. You can see the little brown flakes and stuff, and has a little bit of a V in it, but it's not a deep cut V. So don't go picking things that aren't fiddleheads. Okay, let's see that. Whoops, I'm zoomed in too close. There we go. See the little fuzzies on it? If it's fuzzy, don't touch it. This right here is a fiddlehead, and I can pull away, and you can see the mound, the crown, the mound, and you can pick these. These are good. They don't have to be tightly curled to pick, and you always want to pull backwards on them. Here's the fiddlehead. A few more. And they really are kind of, and you get them down and you dig into the crown, you're going to find that they're not going to taste as good, or I don't think that they taste as good as a regular fiddlehead that's come up a little bit. And I've picked these fiddleheads when they were probably this tall right here, and that's about 18 inches from the 14 to 18 inches. And as long as they're curled, I mean, I wouldn't pick that right here because it's just kind of overdue. And maybe I can find one that I can show you in another spot where it's unfurled a little more. But the black flies are finding me, so I'm gonna stop this, and I'm gonna see how much I can pick before I get bitten too much here.